All right, hello, I'm Linus Wilson. We're talking about Vikings season 6, episode 12. So the second episode in, excuse me, in the part 2 of the Vikings, which premiered at midnight on December 30th, and I watched it last night. I was planning on doing a live stream, but I was so tired by the time I edited it, I did not do a discussion of it. Let me check the sound from the YouTubes, but we're going to talk about the episode. We want to know your thoughts on the episode. I thought it was a strong episode, not as good as the first one, but certainly the first one of part 2, but it was quite good. So let's see if I can find this video. All right, the audio seems pretty good to me. So let me read you the official description from Amazon Prime. Right, so episode 12, all changed. The mood is changed when the Rus army returns to Kiev and Oleg isolates Ivar. But Dur confirms that he's mustering a force to overthrow Oleg, and Ivar is part of the plan. Ube and a group of settlers depart Iceland in search of the Golden Land. All right, so if we look at the IMDb ratings, which are quite preliminary because I don't think a lot of people have logged in yet. Let's see, so what do they got? 50 votes, no, 100 votes for the first one and 51 votes for All Change. King of Kings was the premiere of the second half, got an 8.2 and a 7.5. I think that's a little harsh. I'd probably give them a 9 and an 8 personally if I logged in, but I didn't vote yet. I thought this is a really interesting episode. It's teeing up a lot of plots that are going to play out. You know, I said in the last live stream that I thought that this season, by far, Ivar the Boneless is the star. You know, maybe in past seasons, Lagatha, the character of Lagatha was the star. Or the main protagonist, or maybe Bjorn was the main protagonist. But I think Ivar's story has come front and center in this season, and I think that's the first thing I want to talk about with Ivar and Prince Igor, the young Prince Igor, the true heir to Kiev, were taken aside, and there will be spoilers in this. So this is like a discussion for people who've watched the episode. So if you've not watched the episode, come back and we'll chat about this. And let me know your thoughts in the comments section. So this is the Vikings on Amazon Prime. So Amazon Prime has a exclusive for the back half of season 6 until I think March 30th if you look at their promo material, and then I think you can watch it on History, where History was the network that developed it. And I said in the last episode we're going to get a spin-off of the Vikings. It's going to be called Vikings Valhalla, just like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I'm playing and covering. But it's Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a video game, but there will be a Vikings Valhalla spin-off of this, and you kind of should see the Uba storyline as you know, kind of teeing us up for the spin-off series. That's the way I've seen it. Where he's in Iceland, and then he's going to go to the Golden Land, which we assume will be Vinland. So let's see if we got. So let's go back to the storyline in Kiev, right? So the Rus were routed by the Norse, that surprise force after Bjorn was killed in the battle in episode 611. In 612, we see the consequences of that, and we have a very angry and distraught, crazy Prince Oleg. And Oleg is, of course, he's always a little unstable, but he's even more unstable after a loss. And his brother, who he tortured and tried to kill, I believe, earlier in the season, Prince Dur has come back as a beggar to contact Prince Igor, the young heir, who once again, Oleg is showing who's boss by destroying all the things that he loves. And he also approaches Ivar to say that they want to overthrow Oleg and they're going to do a coup. Now, of course, Oleg is, if Ivar is one step ahead, Oleg has been 2 steps ahead for the whole Oleg-Kiev storyline. And Oleg is, tempting Ivar's best ally, his brother, although his brother also has a beef against him that may end in Ivar dying, I don't know, tempts him with poppy seeds, of course, opium, and his substance abuse problem continues as it was explored in earlier parts of the season, and then season 5, right? So actually earlier parts of season 6, and yeah, I think at the end of season 5, Catagon was taken from Ivar, and his beef against his brother is because his girlfriend was burned at the stake by Ivar. Now, there's Prince Katya, who is married to Oleg, is hinting that she's Frades, which she obviously looks like Frades, but we get to find out that she even has Frades' hair. So so I don't know what's going on there, and of course Ivar, he betrays Prince Tyr to her, and I don't know why he would do that, even though he was very happy from her seduction. I still, I can't imagine Ivar being so stupid. So I don't know, I don't know where this is going, but my gut would say Frades, Katya, will betray Ivar again. And her beef with Ivar has not gone away, that he killed her child, even though she cheated on him to produce that child. I don't think she has necessarily forgiven him. She betrayed him in Catagon, and she is married to a madman. Who obviously will use her in any way he wants, and I just would not count on her loyalties, especially with a coup plot. So there you go. So we'll see how that plays out. The fact that Prince Tyr is still around is kind of surprising. I predict doom for that part of the storyline, but we shall see. And then there's just all kinds of intrigue and betrayals going on in Catagon, right? So Gundhild and Ingrid are being plotted against each other for some sort of king's moot that we were expecting in episode 3, and then with this, and I don't know the name of that character. I tried to look it up, and I just can't find it, and I'm not even sure where he came from, so I don't know. But anyways, he and Gunhild cemented their relationship, but he doesn't seem like a kind of trustworthy partner for Gunhild, and of course we think he's out for himself, and neither Gunhild or Ingrid. And so we want to see how that plays out. Also, Ingrid is asserting that her child is not of King Harold Finehair, but rather who assaulted her, but is of Bjorn, and Gunhild is having nothing of that. And then we've got Harold Finehair somehow escaped, and so we don't know what's going on with Harold, and we've got the plot line in Iceland, and for some reason the Ube is trying to convince Ketil, and was able to convince Ketil to leave Iceland for Vinland, or the Golden Land, and he's also convinced Otheri the Wanderer to also do that, and his reasons for doing that are odd, and Ube has also said he does not want to be king of Catagon, although he heard and was urged to go back to Catagon to stand as king. So, not sure where this is going, but I predict doom for Flatnose. He will get what he deserved eventually, and perhaps both those men, but I don't think I would want to be in a longboat with either one of them, either Otheri and definitely not Flatnose. So let me know what you thought about this episode. I thought it was a very strong episode. Oh, hey, Ned Stalker. Hey, Linus. He's talking about the PS5s. So I'll let you know what I do. I've done a lot of videos about the consoles released, the 9th generation consoles, Xbox Series X and S, and the PlayStation 5. Of course, it's harder to get that PlayStation 5. More people are trying to get it, but I think it's getting better. We'll do a lot more videos about that. We've done a lot of videos about medieval TV, such as Game of Thrones, The Witcher, and of course Vikings on History, and now on Prime Video. We'll see how this video does, and if it does well, we're going to do reactions to all the episodes in Season 6, like we did in the first half of Season 6. And happy binge watching. I'm Linus Wilson.